And we begin with breaking news here at noon. That officer-involved shooting on the northwest side, still an active scene. Police say they shot a suspect who they believe had just shot a woman. And within the last few minutes, we've learned both the suspect and that woman are dead. This is a developing story we've been following all morning. Let's take you live to a press conference happening right now. There's the map before we get to that press conference. Happened in two different locations. The initial shooting took place on North Ritter. After that shooting, police chased the suspect to West 32nd Street, where an officer shot the suspect. Now let's take you live to where IMPD is holding a press conference updating us on what, I'm now being told we're not going to go live there, but our Samantha Johnson is there speaking with police. Again, we've just learned that the suspect has died and the woman police believe had been shot by that suspect has also died. So we are going to continue to follow this developing story from several different locations across the north side. And of course, we'll update you on air and online just as soon as we learn more. I want to turn now to our other big story of the day, though, and that is the heat. Sean Ash is here more on this summer scorcher. Boy, we're under a heat advisory today as well.
Yeah, and this stuff's going to hang around. This is not going to be a one-day hit. It's going to last into the middle of next week. We do have relief. We'll earn every bit of it, and the muggiest air and the hottest air that we've had all summer long right now. Let's show you what's happening here. Going to show you the local heat index map, and I'll point out a couple of these observations, like the Frankfort, that's a little bit too high. I'll explain why in a moment, but a lot of these are legit. 108 Terre Haute, 104 in Greencastle. These are heat index numbers. It's already 100 here in Indianapolis. We use dew points, and anytime we get above 70, we say it's the air you can wear. We got a few sensors, Mount Comfort, Fishers, Frankfort, that's probably a little bit too high. But those 80-degree dew points in Greencastle, as well as Batesville, almost at 80 in Columbus, those are legit numbers. This is as hot, muggy as it gets around here. We don't have many days like this in the summer. And here you go. 100 in Indy, 106 in Lafayette. We still have another 6 to 7 hours to go of this stuff. Now, what will happen and what we're seeing, there's a little narrow zone of instability, and we've got a few little pop-ups, and we will have some. Not going to have a lot, but the storms that develop here will put down some very, very heavy rain in a very localized area. Here in Indy, 89, dew point 76, heat index 100 as the heat advisory continues. The heat stress index for several hours this afternoon is going to be in that high zone. Once it gets extreme, school districts will shut down practices. We're going to be close to that. But bottom line is the recommendation is for 40 minutes of break for every half hour, an hour outdoors. So make sure you take it easy, not only today, but as we move forward. We'll have more on storm chances for tomorrow. We'll see you at the 7-day.
All right, we'll see you then, Sean. Thank you. Now I want to get back to that breaking news, that officer-involved shooting after a chase on the north side. Samantha Johnson just wrapped up talking with Ma'am.
Well, Dustin, I can tell you the officers we talked to called this a direct attack on police officers here this morning in our city. It started on the northeast side, ended on the northwest side. They described it as hectic and chaotic and really a danger. All of this happening during the morning commute. So I want to walk you back to what started this morning around 7:20. That's when police tell us they first got a call about a person shot on Ritter, not far from 46th and Emerson Avenue. Again, that's on the northeast side. Police say when they got there, that's when they say they found a woman who had been shot in the driveway. We understand from police just a few moments ago that woman has died. While police were there on the scene, they got a description of the man they say allegedly shot that woman and then took off. They were able to give that description to other officers. And less than an hour later, around 8:15 this morning, North District officers spotted the suspect on Indy's northwest side. That's when they say there started a chase. They waited on more officers to get into the area. A chase started on the northwest side. Officers say that suspect allegedly stopped driving at least 3 times to shoot at police officers during this chase. Ultimately, it ended on 32nd Street, not far from MLK and I-65. That's when police say the suspect got out of the vehicle, pointed a rifle at officers, and at least one officer fired back, hitting that suspect. According to police, an update just a few moments ago, that man was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but has since died. Metro Police telling us no officers were injured and no one in this community was hurt either. Take a listen.
These are tragic incidents. And then you take that deeper and you think about the heart and soul of this street, this community, and what these individuals, this community members are going through. This is horrific and tragic for them.
So again, 2 different neighborhoods, 2 people dead this afternoon, a man and a woman. Police tell us they believe this started as some sort of domestic disturbance. They confirmed to us just a few moments ago that that man and woman were married. Now, police were able to tell us they found 2 guns here at the scene, a rifle outside of that man's car and a handgun inside the car. They tell us at least 2 of their police cars were hit with gunshots during that chase. This is obviously very early on in the investigation. Right now, they're looking at video that was gathered from the northeast side all the way to the northwest side. And they're asking neighbors, too, if you saw or heard anything along that route. They want to hear from you this afternoon. So, Dustin, obviously much more to come today, but the latest here, 2 dead, a man and a woman. No officers were hurt.
All right, Sam, thank you so much for that update. We'll check back with you at 4 o'clock with the latest on what you've learned. And in the meantime, we're going to continue, of course, to follow this breaking story as our team gathers details from that scene as soon as we learn them before 4 o'clock. Of course, we'll post them online at WTHR.com. All right, now to some other headlines here at noon. An Indianapolis woman is headed to prison for 12 years for assaulting 2 women and vandalizing almost 50 cars. At her sentencing this morning, Denise Honorio offered no apology and no explanation for what she did. You may remember back in February of last year, she spray painted 47 cars in the state parking garage on Washington Street, causing more than $50,000 in damage. A Tesla captured video of her in the act. A couple hours later, she attacked and robbed a nurse in the Methodist Hospital parking lot, and then 2 days later, assaulted a woman leaving a grocery store in Broad Ripple. Our Rich Nye is in the courtroom for this hearing. He's got his camera there, and you're going to hear from one of the victims in this case today on 13 News at 4. Honorio also, by the way, received 4 years probation when she gets out of prison. A now 14-year-old boy convicted of stabbing and killing an Anderson man is starting his 45-year sentence. Joseph Van Note Jr. was just 13 when he stabbed 61-year-old Mark Miles to death. He pled guilty without a plea agreement. Police say he admitted to following Miles home from a gas station after seeing a lot of cash in the man's pocket. Van Note will now remain in juvenile detention until he's 18. Then it'll be determined how his 45-year sentence will be served. Well, class is back in session today for students in Warren Township. Today marks the first day of school for kindergartners through freshmen. Our Anna Chalker beat them all to school this morning and tells us about the first day jitters.
Crazy to think that we're already here the first day of school, all for Warren Township today. And here at Warren Central High School, it's for the freshmen here. And we've got Principal Taylor this morning.
Hello,
Good morning.
Good morning.
How does it feel? You know, the school year's kicking off early and we're the first ones to start in Central Indiana.
Absolutely. You know, it's a short summer, but we're prepared. We're ready for them to come. We miss our students. People say, yes, we miss them. We miss the energy. So we're excited to welcome them back and prepare them for a successful year.
And this is important today to get these freshmen really acclimated to the first day, going off of the second year with the block schedule this year.
Yes, so we're on block. Block has allowed us to open up options for students as it allows students to have more time with their teachers and in their classes. And when our freshmen come in, it's new. It's all together new. So we can make our large world of 4,000 students smaller on these first couple days.
And we know we've got a lot of new things too. One of them behind us here. Let's talk about this van.
Absolutely. So our Journey of a Graduate van, we are taking our students on a journey. We want to make sure they're prepared for high school, but life after high school. And so the experience allows us to give them opportunities to go out into the community, and it lets us go out into the communities and work really one-on-one with our families.
For sure. And the biggest piece of advice for these students and family for the year.
Stay focused. Ask questions. Don't struggle in silence. We are here to support. We're here to serve you. This is a servant leadership opportunity for me. I get to be the principal of Warren Central High School. I get to serve our families, and I love that opportunity. So when I wake up, I'm excited to be here, and parents, take advantage of the resources.
For sure. Definitely great news for those students and those parents. We've got a full year ahead for you here at Warren Township, but we've got all the schools starting within the next couple of weeks. You can check out that full list right now on WTHR.com.